First up, though, we're following the latest developments in Japan. Radioactive iodine contamination is now spreading in the ocean near the crippled Daiichi power plant. It is registering more than 1,800 times in normal levels when they did tests over the weekend. And after first denying it, the nuclear safety officials in Japan now concede that contaminated water from the facility appears to be spilling directly into the sea. Martin Savage is live in Tokyo this morning. And so this situation looks very unstable right now. We have the 19 workers exposed to radiation levels higher than the legal limit. There was action at all three reactors, 1, 2, and 3, in terms of testing. They found high radiation levels, and now this seawater issue.
Right, Kieran. I mean, well, here's the way it's all going, is that you've been dumping salt water on these reactors on that site for days and days and days, tons of water. Not surprising, that water's got to go somewhere. Well, they're finding it just about everywhere, and the problem is it's highly radioactive. The latest find is now in an electrical tunnel that connects just about all the reactors. It runs throughout the facility there. Today, for the first time, TEPCO opened up those tunnels and looked inside, found water, and said maybe we should test it. They did. And they found radiation levels that were exceedingly high. Not perhaps a surprise, only the fact that they still don't know the exact source of all that radiation. But now you see it running all around the facility, and it might explain why you're starting to see high levels of this in the seawater. The testing today revealed that the seawater levels had come down slightly, but they're still extremely high, and of course a great concern, although they do point out that the half-life of the radioactive iodine is about 8 days, so that they're hoping it will continue to be decreasing. It'll only decrease as long as no more goes in the ocean, and no one can be certain of that, Karen. So I think right now the real concern is how much water and how far does it spread all around this facility? And
also, it can get incremental when we talk each day about some progress made here, some levels high, they're back down. Are they tackling this problem, or is that still unknown? I mean, are they going to have this taken care of?
Well, here's the problem. The water issue has become the primary one of the moment right now, and that's what it seems to be. They go from one major crisis to the next. Getting rid of this water is not what they want to do. They want to pump it out. The problem is you can't just dump it into the ocean, so instead they have to put it into containers. They started looking for the containers they had on site. Those containers are just about full, so they have no place to take the water they want to pump out of the various places they need to get to. That is basically slowing down their efforts to try to turn on the cooling pumps and get everything rewired. The other concern we have, reactor number 1. It's been fairly quiet. Now all of a sudden the temperature is starting to rise. That would suggest that perhaps the cooling rods there aren't getting enough water, ironically. If they get partially or fully exposed, you'll have a very large radioactive release.
Martin Savage for us this morning in Tokyo. Thanks so much for the update.